Welcome to your Rainbow channel. My name is Małgorzata Musiał. I am a color therapist. I work with a tool called Colourscape. In this video entitled Your Rainbow, I want to introduce you, to explain my channel name and indicate its relation to the Colourscape. Where did the name come from and how does it relate to the Colourscape? Your own rainbow. What does it mean? When we think about colors, it's impossible not to mention light. For a long time, light was very mysterious and difficult to understand phenomenon. Today, we know that light is a wave. It acts like a wave and stream of particles. We know perfectly well today white light. Visible light is electromagnetic waves with a certain length range. It's about visible waves in the range from 318 to 780 nanometer. This range includes the color range known as the rainbow. Each color, we know the spectrum of 7 colors of the rainbow today, has a specific wavelength. As long as we assume that the rainbow has the shape of a semicircular arc, the red color is on the outside of the arc. That is the longest wavelength of 655 nanometer to 770 nanometer. Violet is closest to the inner arc. It is shortest wavelength of 318 nanometer to 450 nanometer. Between them are the remaining colors of the rainbow, adequate to their wavelength. The orange color is 519 nanometer to 655 nanometer. Yellow is 565 nanometer to 519 nanometer. The green color is 520 nanometer to 565 nanometer. The light blue color, turquoise, is 500 nanometer to 520 nanometer. The blue color, indigo, is 450 nanometer to 500 nanometer. This is the range of the color spectrum. What is the rainbow? The rainbow is an optical and meteorological phenomenon. It occurs in the form of a multicolored arc, resulting from the splitting of visible light, usually solar radiation, refracting and reflecting inside numerous drops of water, rain or fog. Colors arise as a result of the refraction of light. It is the optical phenomenon of depression, where, according to the wavelength, light beams refract at different angles. The human being tried to find out about the nature of the rainbow, studied it and inquired. Aristotle was the first who to try to explore and describe the rainbow. According to Aristotle, the rainbow was an unusual kind of reflection of sunlight from clouds. Pagan astronomers added their views. And then the numerous naturalists. Nature restores astronomers, philosophers, and science of the Western world. Among them, it's worth mentioning such people as Roger Bacon, Theodore of Freiburg, René Descartes, Isaac Newton, Johann Wolfgang Goethe, Thomas Young. René Descartes experimented with shining light through large glass spheres filled with water. What preceded Newton's experiment? Isaac Newton provided the scientific proof for the existence of the colors of the rainbow by splitting white light through a prism. To this day, we are his peers in the perception of the color wheel. How a rainbow is formed in nature? Sunlight penetrates through raindrops. Water scatters white light, a mixture of waves of different wavelengths, into components of different wavelengths, different colors, that are perceived by the human eye. This is how the colors of the rainbow are created and distinguished. What is the nature of colors? Colors are electromagnetic waves of a certain length. Each color has a specific wavelength range. How are colors formed and why do we see them? Everything is based on the physiology of perception. Colors are a phenomenon. They are fleeting in nature, appear and disappear. Those are specific qualities related to perception, impression. Let's imagine that we have a favorite red table in front of us or a bouquet of beautiful red poppies. We see a red table and red poppies. In fact, there is no red table and no red poppies. We see them that way. Why is this happening? There are no colored objects. We see electromagnetic waves glide over an object. Object absorbed one wavelength and reflect others. Light falling on object, in fact, electromagnetic waves, is partially absorbed and partially reflected. The electromagnetic wave reflected from the object goes to the receptors in the human eye. At a late stage, receptors, called suppositors, receive information and transmit it to the brain. In the brain, this data is interpreted and picture is created from it. Let us return to our example. The red table and the red poppies actually do not exist. They absorb electromagnetic rays of all wavelengths except those corresponding to the red color. Waves of this length are reflected and cause red vision when they reach the eye. We see certain objects because some of the radiation reflected from the surface of the object reaches our eye. When we see the white t-shirt, one that we want to put on in the morning, it means that the white light has all been reflected from it. When we see the black object, it means that it has absorbed all wavelengths in the visible spectrum. It is not unfounded to say that black absorbs all colors. Color recognition has to do with our perpetual physiology, the perception and structure of the eye. Our organ of sight is equipped with photosensitive receptors, rods and cones. Those photosensitive cells are located at the back of the eyeball, called the retina. Rods are responsible for perceiving shape and movement, and can capture even a single photon. On the other hand, suppositors are responsible for color vision. There are 3 types of cones in the human eye that respond to different wavelengths and result in the appearance of red, blue, and green colors. In the receptors, registers wave of intermediate wavelength, then the 3 groups of cones react to the stimulus, giving the brain the impression of 3 primary colors. For example, yellow is a combination of red and green light. We don't have yellow receptors in the eye. There is extraordinary magic in seeing colors. Our sense organ is amazing. Color is the sensation of an electromagnetic wave of a certain length in the brain. Seeing color is momentary and is not stored in our memory. It is not achieved in the brain. This is an ephemeral phenomenon. Just like that, in the case of colors, we touch the boundary between what is visibly, scientifically proven, and what is invisibly and imaginary. It is similar with the Colourscope. How does a rainbow fit a Colourscope? The rainbow we know in nature has its reference to humans. The spectrum of visible colors is built from the inside of man. Their energy center, called chakras in the human body. Each chakra vibrates with a specific color. The colors of the rainbow are related to the chakras in our body and are inseparably connected with it. Each color affects a given part of the body and affects the human being as a whole and interacts with other colors. This is how communication and the transmission of information between colors are born. It is worth remembering that we have our own irreversible rainbow. Your own rainbow is in you. Learn about its strength and influence on yourself. In this video, we are talking about the visible. There are the 7 colors of the rainbow. But the Colourscape in this insightful analysis reaches the limit of visibly and combine what is visibly with and what goes beyond the limits of visibility. We move within 9 colors, the 7 colors of the rainbow, acquired by Isaac Newton, and 2 invisible colors. Below the violet is an ultraviolet. In the Colourscape, its correspondence to ultracolor. Above ultracolor, there are pink, the second, volatile energy. The both affect our body and related to it. So we have 9 colors instead of 7. How does the spectrum of 9 colors affect us? This is what the Colourscape talks about. It indicates connections with our physicality, health, psyche, emotions and intellect, abilities and limitations, everything what we are. The Colourscape leads us to harmony and life in balance. It gives a change to flow with life instead to being resisted. Colors in our life should be harmonized with each other, but this is not always the case. This is specific knowledge worth knowing. Make yourself the best gift. Get to know your Colourscape. You can contact me via the website www.colorscope.eu www.colorscope.eu. There you will find a contact form. You can contact me too via email address contact@colorscope.eu. KONTAKT monkey KOLOROSCOP.eu. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next versions of the Colourscape. In the following sections, I will tell you what the analysis of Colourscape gives. What is the personal Colourscape? What is a partner Colourscape? What is the Colourscape designed for small children? What is the Colourscape made with health in mind? What is the Colourscape for young people? What is the Business Colourscape? Thanks again for your attention. Until next time.